Hey, this right here is how you make money on Facebook, a step-by-step organic strategy without paid advertising on how you can generate income directly from your personal Facebook profile. I'm about to give it to you right now. Yo, so this is a complete 3-step process that if you do this, you're going to make a lot of money on Facebook from your personal page without any paid advertisements. But first, let me show you my QuickBooks just so you know that this is legit. All right, here we are back in QuickBooks. Now this is for last month in October, so let's click on income. And as you could see, last month in October made over $27,000, and most of that income, with the exception of this Amazon payments that I make through affiliate marketing and Google AdSense that I make through YouTube, all this stuff is through a transfer, through making posts on Facebook and then selling a product, which I'm getting ready to show you how to do right now. All right, so what I'm getting ready to show you is called the Trojan Horse. Now, I learned this through one of my mentors named Mitch Miller about 2 years ago now, and this works like butter, but you got to get it right, and it consists of 3 posts that you put together. So I'm getting ready to show you how to do this exactly step by step. Pay very close attention, but first, make sure you hit subscribe on the channel if you're digging the tips that we're throwing down here. And this is the best channel that's going to help you grow your passive income. All right, the first post is called the social proof post. So I'm going to show you exactly how I did this. Let's head to the computer and go to Facebook. All right, here we are on my Facebook. Now let's get right to it. Here's the Trojan sandwich. You're looking at it right now. Here's the engagement post. Here is the offer post. And here is the social proof post. Now, what the social proof post is, it could literally be anything. If you have your own clients posting it, like I have a couple of it backed up, like my own client giving me a shout out and tagging me in it. And then I share a screenshot of somebody getting ranked, one of my clients getting ranked on Apple 24 hours after the first call. So that is the social proof. You can do this in many ways, but as long as you have a client, a social proof aspect showing, demonstrating the benefit that you give whenever you run your offer, the benefit that your client is going to get if they pay you some money, you got to demonstrate it, and you got to show that you're already doing it for other people, because that is one of the most powerful ways to market. All right, so let's get into the next strategy. All right, the next post that you're going to put right after the social proof post is going to be the offer post, where you actually give them the offer of exactly what it is you're selling, your program, your service, your product, whatever it is. Let's head back to Facebook and let me show you exactly how to make this offer post. All right, here we are. The reason why we do it like this is because typically an offer post, because just the nature of what it is, you're selling stuff, it doesn't usually get a lot of engagement. However, that's not even your goal. This one did get quite a few bit of engagement, but normally it won't get a lot of engagement because you're selling stuff and some people just don't like that. And the whole goal here is not to get engagement. You're trying to get people to hit you up. But here's how we do it. And the reason why we do it like this, we put this post, the offer post, after we hit the social proof post, because when people see this, a lot of people will come creep your timeline. And so they see this and they'll scroll down. What's the next thing they see? Oh, they see people that are actually getting results from your program. So that's the reason why we do that. So let's go over this in detail real quick. So quickly, I hit on, and there's a bunch of different ways you could structure it, but there's some principles. So I hit on a quick story talking about the pain point, the same pain point that my audience is currently going through. And so I talked about how nobody took me seriously when I came out of prison, and anytime I tried to collaborate, nobody gave me the time of day. I was just an ex-convict turned entrepreneur afterthought. And then I talked about how I launched a podcast, ranked it on Apple on day 3, and then started interviewing celebrities the next week. Then we had Grant Cardone, Andy Frisella, Neil Patel, Dean Graziosi, John Lee Dumas, Brad Lee, all these people, right? I just name drop, and they're like, damn, this dude's really making some moves. And then I said on top of that, I built a 6-figure business all through my podcast. But most importantly, I helped over 30 entrepreneurs. If you have a business generating you podcasts, this is a rocket fuel for it. Now I'm future pacing them. And I'm saying, imagine starting off the new decade on top. Everyone you wanted to collaborate is more than happy to, and getting clients is 10 times easier. See, I'm future pacing it. And then I hit them with the offer. And the offer, you list out the benefits that they're going to get from working with you, and you make them in a bullet point so they can clearly articulate them. And you put a little emoji on there. I like to put the little skyrocket thing. My benefits would be rank your podcast on Apple 5 weeks or less, interview celebrities consistently 60 days or less, grow your monthly downloads by 1,000 or more every month 60 days or less, generate at least 1,000 directly from your podcast a month. This is pennies compared to what we'll do indirectly 90 days or less. And finally, step-by-step chronological process to going from nada. Oh, and one more, 1 month free of our production podcast services. You record, that's it. And so you list out, you bullet point the actual benefits of the offer. And then finally right here, you hit them with some urgency and scarcity. And it has to be legit. You can't be one of those douchebags that just says things to be saying things. I said, I'm taking 50% off this offer for you so we can lock it in before Thanksgiving. We have 7 spots left for this program. Message me now to lock it in. And that's legit. I only take on 10 people at a time because I can't focus on more than 10 people at once, and my attention is going to be spread too thin, and I'm not going to be able to give all of my attention to each one of my students. And then also I'm knocking off 50% because I want to hurry up and lock this in before Thanksgiving even gets here, so I don't have to run a Black Friday offer, so I can just enjoy my time with my family. So you want to put legit urgency and scarcity, and you have to put this in here because people need to be nudged before they make a decision. If you just let it be open to where they have all the time in the world and they can get it whenever, then they're not going to make a decision. You gotta, if you believe in what you're selling, you gotta get people to take action, and this doesn't feel slimy if you know that your product, your service is actually going to help them get a result. You got to do everything in your power to actually get them to buy it if they're the right fit. All right, so let's move on to the third and final piece of this strategy. All right, the third and final post that you make on this Trojan sandwich is called the engagement post. I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like and how to optimize it so that you get the most out of doing this. All right, here we are once again. Now, the third and final piece is this engagement post. Now, this one I kind of did a hybrid, but what you're doing here, the concept is you want to drop a post that you know is going to get a lot of engagement, because what happens when you drop a post that gets a lot of engagement, people creep on your Facebook profile, and then they're going to get hit with the Trojan sandwich. And the sandwich being the meat is the offer right in the middle, and the bread is the engagement and the social proof. And so when they start creeping your profile, they get to see the offer, because in nature this usually doesn't get a lot of engagement, the offer doesn't. So now since Facebook works on getting engagement and shows it to more people, the more people engage with it, now those people that didn't get to see it are actually going to get to see it through your engagement posts. And now you want to drop something that you know is going to get a lot of engagement. Usually you can drop something that is a strongly held belief that might be a little bit of polarizing, but as long as it's something that you truly believe in, you could do it. And this one, I knew that getting my podcast ranked at number 35 in the entrepreneurship category in the US market on Apple, I knew that was going to get a lot of engagement, so I dropped that. And it just so happens that that is also a little bit of social proof, because it shows that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to podcasting, because I'm showing them where I'm ranked at, and my whole offer is about podcasting. Now, if you could do something like that as well, awesome. You could bend and break the rules a little bit here, but you just want to make sure that this post is going to get a lot of engagement. That's the whole key to it, because you want people to actually see the offer and the social proof, so it drives more sales. Now, the whole point of this whole entire strategy is in that offer post, you want to drive them to get on a phone call. So you're going to tell them, you're going to command them to send you a message in your inbox. And then when that message hits your inbox, you're going to set up a phone call. And then you're going to go through the process with them. And if it's a good fit, then you're going to send them a PayPal link. They could pay directly through Facebook. You can make an invoice through QuickBooks. However, you could do it through Stripe, through a landing page. Whatever way that you collect payments, that's how you're going to do it. And if you do this strategy and you have an offer that's legit, this is how you make money directly from Facebook. Now, I do have one thing I want to show you real quick, a video that's going to help you make $1,000 a week. But real quick, if this video was helpful, make sure you hit it with a thumbs up and hit it with a subscribe and tap the bell notifications. That way you get notified every time we drop a video on here that's going to help you grow your passive income. All right, so this video right here, go check that out. But first, I want you to pay attention to the second strategy on there, because the first strategy kind of goes over this slightly, but I didn't show the Trojan sandwich in this video. But in this video, the second strategy is if you don't have an existing product or an offer that's already converting, you need to watch this one right here. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.